Hi everybody, v8burble back to do the weekly review of the events that have taken place over at simulatedgolftour.com. We will be discussing the runners and riders, the winners and losers. I'm in the latter category once again, most people are. And trying to cover everything that is related to Simulated Golf Tour really, and of course anything that's relevant around GSPRO. One thing I'm going to encourage people to do is please, if there's something entertaining during your live matches that are recorded, please send it over, or just drop me an email saying, you know, here's the YouTube stream, what the minutes, hours, minutes, seconds are, so that I can add it to this, and I'll start showing some of the footage from the previous week. I don't have time to just go off and view streams and hope that there's stuff in there, so please feel free to do so. Likewise, if you want to shout out, let me know. Last week I decided that I would actually show you the previews of the new courses. I'm going to do this again, but I'm going to do it at the end of the video because this is going to be a long one. We're going to cover all the events. We're then going to cover the world rankings for all of the tours, so we can see who are leading the rankings at this point in the season. So it's going to be quite a lengthy one, so I'm going to put the courses at the end because we can see that just in the last week since the last review, I don't know if some of these have just been updated. That's the problem. I don't know created versus updated. So I'm just going to work down them as they are listed here. Obviously, the more courses being played, the more likely it is it's an older one. But we can see that just in the last week, we've got Columbia Country Club, Crystal Downs, Dixie Red Hills, Lake McBride, Lakota Links, Patriot Golf Club. And these are all since the last update I did. Seven Canyons, Stone Canyon Club, Sugarloaf Golf Club, TPC Colorado, Waterford Golf Club, and the Grove. The Grove is an older one. I have seen that one. And Cobblestone, Cummings Cove, Diamond Springs, Fink Bink Bine, Highland Pacific, and I started with Scottsdale. So you can see how many courses being added, and that is fantastic. Also, I'm going to start doing the videos down here in the sim, just in case there's something I need to show in the sim, but I don't today. I've been messing up the audio quality, so I may as well just do it to this webcam, which I think will work fine. It is blowing a hoolie out there, so I should add there may be some kind of wind noise and the screen will be wobbling. You'll notice I've added my bald cam to my streams now, so there's some kind of weird elevated cam. I just thought I'd tidy up some of the cables and things that were lying around on the ground. No other purpose than that. Without wasting more of your time than I already do with this video, let's start with the last week's events. It was the Farmers Insurance Open. And on the Pro Tour, as we always start, we had two people tied after the 2 rounds, and Jordan Hood took it on countback. I'm just getting my screen open so that I can see who took the countbacks without having to go through. So Jordan Hood took it on the back 9 of the second round. Get rid of the jacket because I'm stood in front of a heater to the side, which is blooming warm. So well done, Jordan Hood. Great second round, 13 under. JPO matching that 13 under round 1. Unlucky JPO this week. Tied for third, C. Stevenson, B. Hallman 12, and finishing out the top 5, we've got Mark, Andre, and Brett. So well done, guys. Good golf played this week. Moving down to the bottom of the leaderboard. There I am, 62nd. Bad second round. First round was okay, but not very good for me on Pro Tour this week. Funny enough, driver's really bad at the moment. 139, so the numbers are up again. It's only a few weeks back. I think we were getting like 90 finishing on the really tough setup. So well done getting all those rounds in, and it's tied at the bottom of the leaderboard, Cuthbertson and Tooth Fairy 23. So well done everybody getting those rounds in. The more people take part, the more fun it is, seeing where you lie in the world of Pro Tour. Let's go and have a look at the net standings. Not standings, net leaderboard from last week. The winner taking part at Torrey Pines South course, which I was nice, really enjoyed it. I thought it was a nice course to play. The winner this week was Brad Vamp. I always say, oh, I haven't given a shout out for them, but I probably have in the past. And oh, Happy Gilmore, new name in second. So well done, Brad Vamp, taking it with a handicap of 10. Happy Gilmore second. Tied second, sorry, with Golfer 3411, fourth Scando, and B Hallman 12 finishing out the top 5. So well done, Brad Van. B-A-N-P, really annoying to say that. Brad Van P. Brad Van. It's not easy putting an N and P together. Anyhow, down the bottom of the leaderboard, we had Cuthbertson and Tooth Fairy again tied at the bottom. So well done, guys. Shout out for IOJR17, just got mentioned them earlier. So that is the Pro Tour. We are going to quickly look at the standings for the Pro Tour and see at this point in the season who is leading the Pro standings. And I think it will be Willie 8 still. It is Willie 8 with 6 wins from 17 events. GSPRO hasn't played as many, 4 from 9, so that's a very good ratio in second. C. Stevenson third, Bob Chung fourth, and the Mooks challenging for the top 5. We're not going to look down the bottom of the standings. Jordan Hurd 4 wins from 6. There's some very good ratios there. From the look of it, Jordan, JPO and Willie are the standout players on Pro. Not had a great Pro season myself. I'm not in peak form at the moment. It's funny. But let's have a look. And on net, it's very close at the top. We've got the Mooks just clear from Willie 8, which is something being a net leader when you're on a -11 handicap. Or not net leader, but at the top. B. Patrick third, Snaphook Snell and C. Stevenson finishing out the top 5. Obviously, the wins are being spread around a bit more on net, as to be expected. Yes, so let's move on to PGA. PGA this week we had a scandal. Somebody was posting in Discord that who is this guy with only 17 putts round 1, and it was Tim Siegel putting the lights out. Was that the phrase? I can't even think. But having an absolute blinder with the putter in round 1 or 2, whichever one it was. So taking it with 2 really solid rounds of 9 under. Well done, Tim. Second place, another Tim. So it's Tim's at the top and just missing out on the top spot. Great first round. A shout out for Golfer Ben down there, tied third. Actually, we'll do anyhow. Finishing out the top 5 are all tied third. McGurk, the legend v8burble, or the absolute mental mess v8burble, probably more accurate. Me, Ginger Ninja, Gingerninger, third Will G, and Golfer Ben 73. Shout out for Golfer Ben because that -14 in round 1 is pretty good. I'd say that's a pretty good round of golf. Let's have a look at that one. And then we'll go back and look at who's bottom of that leaderboard. So I played much better on PGA, I don't know why. 58 with a bogey on 17. That is very, 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 very impressive. 11 putts? Can't be 11 putts. Oh, 11 putts in round... Oh, he's not got the putts there. Okay, that explains it. Okay, anyhow, as we were, very, very good, well played. Look down to the bottom of the leaderboard, and on PGA, lovely number of people finishing this week. Be nice to get to 300, but taking the coveted bottom spot is Duke Tomcat on gross this week at on the PGA event. Let's have a look at the net leaderboard. On the net leaderboard, the winner this week was Taylor, taking it by just 1 shot from Toxic Avenger, Tim Siegel and Corey Hassan, tied for second, and finishing out the top 5 are Hunley and Steve ODLGC. So well done, guys. But Taylor taking it off a handicap of 6. Very well done. Needed that. 2 solid rounds, 2 very consistent rounds. Well played. Down the bottom of the net leaderboard this week was Jay Polito. I'll try and be polito to people going forward, unless they wind me up and then they have to face the wrath. Let's have a look at the PGA standings. Is this recording right? I hope so. Can't really tell. Can never tell until I get to the end and I think, publish it anyhow. the professional I am. Influencer. Am I an influencer? I'm not. I think it's a YouTube phrase, but have I ever influenced anybody? I'm sure I have. Somebody must have done something because I said it. Don't know what though. Anyhow, we digress. The leader on the gross standings for PGA is Jason Sullivan. I wouldn't have known who was leading this. Z71 BCM in second. Oh my word. The wizard of course. In third. Jarhead fourth, Dan 22nd and in fifth. Where am I? Am I in for a shout? Have I got a chance of like good playoff finish? They're out 14th. No wins from four. Only 4 top 5s. Lousy. I'm lousy. Anyhow, on to the net standings. Jason Searle, SA and Z71 fighting that one out on gross. Wins have been shared around a little bit. It's not as dominated as the Pro Tour is. And the net leader for PGA on the standings with 3 wins is Jason Dean, just ahead of B. Patrick, Steve ODLGC, 22nd, Dan 22nd and Jarhead in 5th. Again, sorry, just because I don't look at this very often, I need to see where am I for net. Oh wow, 63rd. Nope, that's not happening. Okie doke, on we go to the much fought after web tour. The winner this week on web tour wasn't Stagmar. Woo! I did get a message, and I'm not giving him jip. I've got no issue at all with somebody playing the tour they should be playing, and as I say, I had a little chat just saying I always call out Stagmar at the top. It doesn't mean he has to play PGA. Play the tour that you qualify and that fits your age, your driving distance, and all the kind of things. And if you're the best of the bunch, good on you. As I say, it seems to be a lot of us like our winners on these events to be good, but not too good. Otherwise, they get called into question. So the winner this week, sorry, I get sidetracked. Dracon taking it from Simply Me, 80 in second. Chris Radcliffe in third. What is that flag? Yeesh, I haven't got a clue. Taiwan or something? It's like a torn flag on the left-hand side. I really don't know. Stagmar fourth and Little Joe 44 finishing out the top 5. And again, for people, if it's I think it's the usual people that watch these videos, but it's the web tour. If you're too good, score too well, and hit it too far, you're out of there. You don't get chucked off the tour, just your scores get chucked out. Moving down to the bottom, how many people finished where? Well, we had more finishing PGA this week, which is interesting, and I like that. I think more people playing PGA earn the world ranking points, you get more. I will show you that shortly. I'll show you my profile so you can see how you earn world ranking points, and it might make a bit more sense for some people. But bottom of the leaderboard for Web Tour gross was LD Cat. Let's have a look at the net winner this week at the Farmers Insurance on the Web Tour. The net winner this week was Mike Porter 2000, taking it by 4 shots from B. Ferguson. Two Brits there, second and third. Simply Me tied third with Fishman. And finishing out the top 5, Dracung and Enbrines 1. So very well done, Mike Porter 2000. I'm going to say first win since I'm aware of doing these things. So very well done. And bottom of the leaderboard, we've got LD Cat again. So shout out for Irishman Paul Davis Ireland in the second last spot. So let's have a look at the Web Tour standings. Oh, I'm going to go out there on a limb and say it's Stagmar that's top. You know, I'm guessing. Bordock second. Oh, third. I know Simply Me's got to be up there. He's been a lot of seconds, but I don't know if he's got the win yet. We will see. Dracung's got to be up there. Oh, I knew it. Actually, Simply Me, I gave him a shout out when he didn't deserve it. Sorry, ignore I said that. Andy? I think it's Andy. Stagmar, top well clear. 6 wins from 22 events. Bordock in second. Very consistent with top 5s and top 10s. Dracung third. Gets the wins, although not as top 5 as often. So Maybe it's certain courses suit him, or come in there with a big performance every now and then. Scott Mizo taking 4th, and Fairways finishing out the top 5 on the gross standings. I actually don't know when the season ends. Well, I do. It ends when it ends, when the last event's played. But I'm not sure when it goes to playoffs. You get extra points in the playoffs, so I think it's like the FedEx, the real FedEx. So you've got a chance of still winning even if you don't win standings. You know what I mean. There we go. Simply Me. Knew he'd be up there, but it must be net rather than gross. So Simply Me leading the net standings. Rob P 2nd, Lil Joe 3rd, Big Pappy 4th, and Greco SU 5th. But a little bit tighter there. Again, the points being shared around as you would expect with the handicaps. Over to the tip store. Again, tip store, no world ranking points. It's just tough setup, long setup. Have a bit of fun. I had a bit of fun for about 4 holes until I thought, nah, the way I'm playing, I'm out of here. So I didn't finish this again. I have actually, one of the reasons I've rejigged things, just 2 seconds, digress. I've moved the massive bag. Ugh, huge bag. It's got all my spare sets of clubs and drivers and things. I've moved it to that side so that I can slightly offset or rotate my. I'm not actually playing offset, but I've rotated the projector slightly to the right so I can gain about half a foot. So I can start working on what used to be my better drive, which is a much more sweepy but round, flat swing, which goes further. Although on the evidence yesterday it doesn't. Anyhow, digress. Moving on to tips. The winner this week. Oh, bugger, I've got to look it up. I think Jordan Hood took it. I think it's a double win on the pro and tips this week, just from CW. I'm sure CW stole one of my trophies. Mythesis stole one. I think CW stole one as well on PGA. Get out of there. Stay up there. Playing tips and finishing equal first. Yeah, whatever. The winner was Jordan Hood. Yes, he took the tips event. So it's a double win this week. CW 35 unlucky. Must have played very well. B. Hallman, Bradford, and Willie 8 finishing out the top 5. So well done, guys. Close up there. And it is nice. Bob's commented on this on Discord, I've seen. It's nice to see these guys actually scoring like, you know, -2s and 5s and 4s and 3s rather than the 18s and 32 under and stuff like that. So good to see the tough setups. I like that. Tour standings. Is there tip standings? There will be. There will be. It's quite a new tour, so there won't be huge amounts up there. But Willie's won twice. So he's top, Bob 2nd, JPO 3rd, Jordan 4th, and Bradford 5th. All have got wins on Tips Tour so far, so well done. Moving on to the Auto Putt Tour. Oh, there he is, back at the top. The cream rises to the top. And it is Bob Chung, the legend, winning this one by 5 clear. Wow, on Auto Putt. That's really, that's quite a margin. Brett and B. Hallman in 2nd. Civil and Bomber Hills finishing out the top 5, and that is of course the gross standings, gross leaderboard. Look down the bottom, 198 people finishing. Jay Heffero taking the coveted last spot. So well done, guys. Now I've realised I've glanced over past Thin Man again. Thin Man did play. He is playing web. I've seen him. He's still grumpy. I still see some like negative comments about this, that, and everything. But let me go back and quickly, at the end of this, I'll go back and check where he is, because Thinny's a good mate, and I'm glad to see him playing again. Let's look at the net leaderboard for the Auto Putt Tour. For those that don't want to putt, can't putt, and don't want to putt, whatever you want, for whatever reason for playing it, go for it. And the winner this week was Fern, off a naughty handicap of 19, taking it from 4 shots from Bavanes, so he made those count. Hozel Rockito, love the name, tied 3rd with JR and Simos, like the name less. And Rainmaker JL finishing out the top 5, so well done Fern this week. Bottom of the net leaderboard was Colin JM18, 2 adrift from Hard Hack 77. Let's look at the Auto Putt standings. course, I think from memory, Bob took the gross win last time on auto putt. Who's winning it this time round? Gross leader in the standings at this point of the season it's Bob again. It's Bob. Playing more events than everybody, finishing top 5 more than anybody and top 10 more than anybody. Very consistent on auto putt. Auto putt annoys the heck out of me. Second, the Mooks. Third, Bomber Hill. Fourth, Key Martin. And fifth, Mark Andre. Lots to play for. Plenty of events to go. As I said, I'm just going to quickly nip back to the Web Tour standings. The leaderboard from the last week. Just to have a quick look and see if Thinny actually finished and where he finished. I said I thought he played last week, and I glanced down and missed him in 11th place, I was told. There he is, 15th, +1, massively mediocre golf, so he must have played well. Anyhow, on we go. Par 3 Tour. We have got the winner this week, all by one shot. A naughty one-shot win for Willie 8, second Brett, third Brad Rob, and finish out top 5 D Show and B Hallman. Very tight at the top there. I think I played really well. I did. I finished 31st, and I played damn well. 4 under on par 3 for me is good. But miles adrift, and it's a fun one, really quick event. You don't have to bother teeing it up. It's a good one to play. More and more people playing it is a good thing. F Dan, 4th junior, taking last spot. We do have handicaps on this one, so we'll look at the net leaderboard. And the net winner this week is Doc 6, taking it by 2 shots with very good round 2, matched by B Hallman, but that was all that was needed. B Hallman second and third, Brad Rob and Birdie Foot finishing out the top 5. C Caudle 23, Len Golf 1 and John Sig. Last spot on the net leaderboard was F Dan, 4th junior. A few shots adrift from Pitiful Hacker. Love that as a name as well. To par 3 standings. I said it'll be a long one. I don't do the standings every time. Par 3 Tour standings at this point in the season. The leader is probably Willie 8. I think he won a lot early on. They're winning Pro Tour and par 3, if I'm right. Just thinking about it. May well be my internet. May not be though. Let's just refresh again. Oh, it's thinking about it. Give it a few more seconds, otherwise, I'm sorry, we'll skip on. There we go. Willie 8 taking it, 10 wins from 17. That's actually ridiculously good on a competitive kind of par 3 setup. Considering he hits it a long way as well, it shows that, you know, it shows where he must get a lot of his birdies and eagles on the Pro Tour. M. Loga second with 3 wins from 22. D Show third. Bobby Chung in 4th. And that bum Brett Metzger in 5th. Sorry, Brett. Don't mean it. Oh yeah, we don't need to do the bottom of the standings. We'll just look at the net standings for the par 3 Tour. Mid-season. Just heat my hands up in front of the far infrared heater. Damn, I love infrared heaters. You get a lovely warm glow from them. Leading on net is M. Loga, 33, just ahead of Taylor Morgan. Bob in 3rd, Willie, and then Birdie Foot finishing out the top 5. Well done, guys. 2-man scramble week. The winners this week, it was 2 rounds. I can't remember why. I think, because Cook was away at the PGA thing. PGA show, I think it was that. But the winner by 4 shots were Grumples and C. Stevenson, just ahead of the perennial guys up there, Salty Carnival, Super Sweet, Bomber Hill, The Wiz, and LP3 Golf, and McGurk and Steve G. So some very, very good golf being played there. we're going to go right down the bottom because unfortunately my mate John Mayer has had to have a root canal done and hasn't been at his best. So I don't know if John is going to be back playing the two-man scramble with me. I'm hoping so. So I played it on my own. Shame on you beneath. But so yeah, I just played the 2 rounds on my own. I enjoyed it actually. It's just a kind of nice throwaway round. So there we are in 90th. Lovely to see so many pairings playing. Shimmy Shimmy taking the bottom spot just adrift from Dan Galang and L Duncan. So great getting those in. And yes, playing the 2-man scramble, I think this might be my first and only hole-in-one on a tour event. I'm not 100% sure, but it's definitely my best one. It's definitely my best. As I say, people send me your videos of funny things, good things, and I will include them. I mean, I'm hoping that gets me a mug from Cook. I was going to play the music. You're the best around, and like jump in the air at the end. I think that's the end of Karate Kid. Certainly, I remember it more from the South Park sketch than I do Karate Kid. But anyhow, that was about as good a one as I could hit. So anyhow, enough about me. 4-man scramble. Did I do the net leaderboard? No, I didn't. That's because if I clicked on the wrong thing, I have. Doesn't matter. I meant to click on net leaderboard for the 2-man scramble, and then I'll show the standings. So I'm going to I'll message John again, but if he really doesn't want to play the 2-man scramble, it is a fun round. I will find a new partner to play with, most likely Tommy, or I might even be able to unearth Jace, Aussie Jace, to play again. He was my good old partner back in the day. We were damn good together as well. Neither of us can hit it out of our shadow, but he's got a wedge game, which I don't have. The net winners were Mike Undup, Har and John Sig. Just taking it from Sambuca, Dirty Cuz, all lots of good names up here, and DD Madigan, Son of Jaw, McGurk, and Steve G123, and B Hallman, GM Smith, Wiz LP3, Town Faces, and on 3K, finishing out the top 5. Bottom of the net leaderboard was Dangalanga and L Duncan, this time adrift from Shimmy and Shimmy. So well done, guys. We'll have a quick look at the 2-man tour standings. Hopefully this just shows there is a tour or an event for everybody. If you don't like competing on the single tours, play the scrambles. They're so much fun. If you don't like 2-man because you feel like a bit of pressure and that just 2 of you playing is not enough, play a 4-man scramble, and you probably, if you're the 4th player, you probably won't have to putt very often. But just get involved and you'll meet more people and have more fun on it. So the leaders on gross are Salting Carnival, with 7 wins from 17. Yep, thought they were always up there. T-Mac, Typhoon 2nd. They've done well to be 2nd with just the 1 win. Bob Chung, D-Show 3rd. Jared Barley and Willie 8 4th. And M. Loga and Random Hero finishing out the top 5. Currently, the bottom of the standings, we've got C. Wilson and Help Dog. Someone help Dog because they need to get off the bottom of those standings. Let's have a look at the net standings. The tabs are disappearing. May not seem like we're making progress here, but we are. We're making progress. Net leader winner. Leaders. I'm on the standings. B. Ferguson and Simply Me. Top just clear from D. Fruz and Scottleshire. Wellshots and JQ777. Micah Ndapar, John Sig, and C. Gillum 22 and Jace Strobler finishing out the top 5. Who is bottom of the net standings? Who's got a handicap that they can't play to? It's E-Day and Shady Days. Well, it's also Reed, Sneaky D, Austin, Randman, Bushwhacker, Hacker. Love the Bushwhackers. I love the videos when you look at the Bushwhackers doing all the thing. Anyhow, and that's it. Moving on. 4-man scramble. Just a quick look at it. Again, same. Not that many people getting these in, but I think someone else has played. John Charlie Kyle. Someone's missing. John Charlie. It's got to be John Charlie Kyle and somebody, surely. But anyhow, Pontus, Super Swede, Fandom and Bomber Hill still the Swedish bunch. They're at the top. So get those rounds in. Oh no, is it a winner? Is that announced? Is that done? It's the January 4-man scramble. It's February the 1st. I guess that's a win, but it may not have been closed out yet. So who knows? Maybe the fact it says Feb 1st, you can actually play it on Feb 1st. I'm not entirely sure. But they're leading. Let's look at the world rankings. World rankings, forget about net. This is all about earning points. Play the Pro Tour, you get the most points. If you win PGA, you get the equivalent to being, I don't know, 15th to 20th or something, or 25th on the Pro Tour. So if you win at Web, it's equivalent to being well down on the PGA Tour. So try and play up. You can play multiple tours and earn whatever your best world rankings is what you will earn. I'll show you my profile in a minute so you can see how that actually looks. Excuse me, fog in my throat. But world number 1 is Willie 8 still, well clear of GSPRO in second. Bob Chung in third. Jordan Hood obviously winning this week's pro event, will have earned good points. Just behind Bob on the average. C. Stevenson in fifth, and then a little bit of a gap to the rest. I'm just hanging in there. 1 ahead of Brett. Yeah, that must be because Brett's only played like 5 events, because we're very similar golfers. One of us has, done well in tournaments in real life. One of us has never played in tournaments in real life and couldn't beat at all. Moving on. So yeah, what do the ranking points look like? Oh, there's my profile pic. Let's skip on from there. If you go down on your profile, click on your profile, you can find all your usual details up there. Oh no, there's my ID. If any of you swines use my ID and play around under my name, I will be very upset, and I do mean that. I'm saying it because if I say it, then surely people won't do it, because it would upset me. Probably shouldn't have said it. Anyhow. World ranking points, you'll see that it shows what your ranking was and what it counts as the date for how many points it's worth. So, it counts the last 26 or so weeks within your average. So, after that, your scores will drop off. And you'll see that there's a minimum number of events, divisor 20, to be able to actually get an average. So, it means it wants you to have played 20 events over that 26-week period. That may not make a lot of sense. The oldest events, when I played it and I finished tied 9th on Pro, obviously during the summer when people weren't playing, otherwise I wouldn't have been 9th, that shows that I earned 12 points that week. By now, because it's an older score, that has decayed down to 3. So it will have gone from 12 to 11 and a bit, to 11 to 10 and a bit, to whatever every week. So only your most current scores get the full points, the rest decay over time. Also, I tend to play Pro and PGA, so the fact that it's showing that I earned 3.5 points finishing 10th on PGA probably means I finished like, I don't know, 90th, 100 on Pro, and therefore my finish on the PGA Tour was actually better for world ranking points than the points I would have earned on the Pro Tour. So you can see most of the time it's, playing Pro gets you the most points regardless of finishing. Only when you do, I've done very well on PGA, 4th, third. Only on those occasions is it where you end up, and even this week 3rd, you end up probably earning more points than I would on Pro. Hopefully that's clear, but it just might help people that want to get involved more. Now the clans, over at the clans, the regular season has finished, and I made a mistake last week around the division that I was in, which is the is the whole thing showing? It is, yes. So let's just get on with the winner. Camel Toe Crusaders beat Sloppy Seconds. It was a tie between pre-game heroes, Grip It and Sip It, Growing the Game, and 3-putt pars tied. The Kingsmen, which was our one, I was benched for the final crucial week. But the guys played really well and got a 2-1 win versus Team Canada. And on last week's thing, I said it was all to play for. Looking at the points table, winner takes all. So that should, in my mind, have got us through. However, I was wrong. And I'll show you that shortly. No Name All Game beat Players Club. Down Under Par beat Gunga Lunga. Monkeypox got battered by Hookers and Blow. And Island of Mishits beat the Four Horsemen. Why I was wrong was that there was actually a mistake in the table, that we'd been awarded a tie or a win that we hadn't registered, or they gave us double points one week. So looking at who's qualified for the playoffs, No Name All Game Players Club took it in GSPRO North. Grip It and Sip It and Gunga Lunga took it in GSPRO South. They took it on the points. So even though the ties, wins and losses were... Hey? Oh yeah, wins... Oh no, they took it on the fact they got more ties anyway. Hookers and Blow Growing the Game took it in SGT North. And Island of Misets had already qualified. We tied with Team Canada on wins and losses ties, so it then went back to the points, which is each individual week who won the most games, and we lost it. We needed to basically sweep them this week, winning 3-0, and we won 2-1. So we are out. So, moving on, what are these playoffs looking like? We've got Islander Misfits playing Players Club, Hookers and Blow taking on Team Canada. That's where we should be. No Name All Game versus Galunga, and Grippin and Sip It taking on Growing the Game. So, good luck, guys. I will keep following it, even though my personal interest in the event has gone. Over at Sim Golf. The Sim Golf channel, we've got the Quinn Cup taking place. That's 100 people split into 50s. There was a draft that took place, and it was a reverse draft. So the Quinn brothers were basically picking players they didn't want on their team, and they had to go on to the other team, which is an interesting way of doing it. Thankfully, I'm on the team that doesn't have a Tottenham fan as the captain, coach, manager, whatever you want to call it. So I'm on Table's team, and we're taking on Eskimo, and we can already see that we're only a couple of days in, and they're live over on the Sim Golf channel. I think nearly every match is being played live. A lot of them are on YouTube. I played last night, and we'll just have a quick skim down to see what's happened. We're in the round 1 scrambles, then it's going to be singles next week, then it's alt shot, and then it will finish with singles again. And the matches played so far, we've got Connolly and Bob Smith beating Moz and Chet 4-3. We've got Liv Zen and Mobs beating G Coledo and Pers 4-2. So all of these top matches going to the bad guys. Andy Osborne and Willie Moe winning 2-1 against Dino Canuck and Rob Hewson. Bettery and Random Hero also winning against T-Mac and Typhoon 2-up. Thankfully, it gets better as we go down. Mark Beer and Dan Raz on the good guys team, beating Lively Dean Arnold, 1-up. A tie between RMS Anger Buster versus Logjam and Duke Tomcat. P Duncan and Big Easy beating R3 Noble, Team USA. Any of the UK guys will know P Duncan. It's not PJ and Duncan. It's not let's get ready, let's get ready, let's get ready to rumble. Nobody else will have a clue what that's about. LP3 Golf and Tim McDonald winning 8-7 against Golf Nut and Dos Dogs. I did see some messages about putting struggles for those guys. Eskimo Quinn, thankfully, Tottenham fan, losing. He should be used to that. And Scando losing to Jonesy and Grumples. Well done, guys. The Wiz, of course, they're going to win. The Wiz and Chris Kildo beating Ryan B and Pikage. That was never in doubt. And NJ Volker, Calvin D winning 4-2 against Golfer and Stegoth. And myself and Rays played against Mythesis and Scuba last night from 9:30 to 11:30 my time. And we were 2 down after 2, got that level after about 4 or 5, and then we were 1 down, 2 down, and thankfully birdied the last 3. Rays absolutely sinking a beautiful putt on 18 to just grab a tie. We were very lucky to grab a tie there, I think. Mythesis was driving the ball unbelievably well from what I could see. And I didn't exactly give Rays a lot of help with my first shot, so he delivered well. So really good tie. Delighted with that, not to have crumbled. I did hit a good approach in 18, that's about all I did. So all to play for, lots going on, check that out. Now, courses, so that concludes the kind of review bit. People can go and click on these themselves, but then it might be easier for people just to watch my review each week. Can I ask a favour? If anyone's got this far and they like it, I hate posting my videos in the kind of Facebook forums because it's a little bit like self-publication. Publicity. And I'm asking people to, which is bad, but if you like it and you think it's good, please post it in the Facebook forums or where you think, people should check it out. And even if it's like, oh, why not just watch this video and you'll get a glimpse of the courses instead. So if you think it's rubbish, yeah, keep it to yourself. No, post it and say, this is rubbish. Why don't you watch it and see how rubbish it is? You know what I mean. Anyhow, let's have a look at Columbia County Club, designed by Pac-Man. I say so many courses released this week. Oh, will there be adverts? If there's adverts, it's a bit of a... I can't do full screen, otherwise OBS doesn't grab it properly. I'll try and work on that next time, guys. But nice bit of water, love the walls, looks nice, buildings right. That's a very pretty course to my eyes. Everybody has their own kind of perspective on what they like the look of, and what kind of courses they like to play. But this is one that I look forward to playing. I love a little bit of undulation. Changes in elevation is a good thing for me. I also don't like it when it's so dense with trees, apart from when it's just a stunning course like Whispering Pines and others. But yeah, that looks great. So well done, Pac-Man, and thank you for designing these courses. On to Crystal Downs. We got Boogolax doing this one. I don't know Boogolax. Haven't heard of Boogolax either. So let's have a look at Crystal Downs. Oh, that's a bit more open. That's more like it. Although that deep roughy stuff on the left, I imagine that's not going to be too forgiving for hitting into. But I just love the different look and feels of all the courses. I mean, it's amazing how talented all these designers are producing these courses and the time and effort they're willing to put in. Obviously, some get reimbursed through the Patreon schemes, which you know, if you want to pay and gain early access and gain access to courses behind the firewall, that's a, you know, go do it. It supports the designers that want to do that, or pay for your own course to be designed. And a lot of these guys are just putting in their time and effort for no monetary gain. It's a hobbyist, and you know, I'm so grateful that all of the designers provide us with so many courses to play. So that looks great. Moving on to Dixie Red Hills. Thank you to Blue Potato. Again, I don't know Blue Potato, but thank you. So, oh, interesting mountains, hot air balloons, nice water down there, little road on the left. Yeah, I love all the little things that are bombing around the place. You know, seeing carts there to the right and cart paths, road on the left. Don't know if there'll be a car that comes down there or not, but I love that. And this reminds me of the old Scottsdale, the first kind of Scottsdale we had back in the JMPG days. Just with kind of desert and scrubland and stuff. So yeah, love that. I actually don't know where it is. I probably should look. But yeah, I think that looks really nice. And oh, a little car park and all the cars up there as well. Great work there. Does it say where it is? Oh, it does. MD. Nope, I haven't got a clue. MI, Michigan? UT, Utah? I mean, I could be wrong. I'm not saying it is Utah. Lake McBride in IA. That's not in Indiana? Okay, this is more like a course I would imagine playing over here in Yorkshire. One of the kind of inland, parkland courses. I mean, it looks nice, looks very, very authentic to me, and just in the sense of, you know, it looks like a golf course I could play. I'm not saying the others don't, by the way. Any designers, any comments I make or don't make, I'm hugely grateful for the courses and the work, and you know, this is all about praising you guys. I don't mean I'm not going to criticise anything. Unless I see something that looked really odd. The buildings look lovely as well. I like that. All the buggies parked up at the back. Great work. Moving on to, we don't have the preview for this. So sorry, Mashy. If the preview's made available, feel free to message me and I'll include it. Oh, that's an older course. It might have been around for a little while, thus why it's not got the preview. Run Pud Run has released a Patriot Golf Club. So again, our big US flag there. I won't be playing this one in the build-up to the Ryder Cup. That's a tall flag, that is. So again, lots of the nasty stuff at the side. That's why it tend to hit the ball. So nice big wide fairways. Trees look great. Yep, very good, very good. I was going to say that looks narrow. Are we heading? What on earth is that noise? What on earth was that? Was that like a bugle or something? Love the tower in the distance. Yeah, you need a bit of accuracy, I think, here with driver. Something I didn't have yesterday. That's going to be a challenging one. But again, I love the Love the contours, the valley there. Looks beautiful. Looks beautiful. Great work, Run Pud Run. That was Patriot in Oklahoma. Gotta be Oklahoma, surely. Arizona, Sedona in Arizona, Seven Canyons, designed by Blue Potato. So that's the second one by Blue Potato. He's been busy, or she's been busy. Ah, so it's similar kind of texture course. So I would imagine, yeah, it may be someone who's doing a lot of the local courses, whether that's for people or for himself. Good to see. Nice wide fairway. I don't know what the terrain is. Whether you can get in there. I imagine it's deep rough. It might be sand or it might be something else. We will see. But yeah, you're not going to get stuck in the trees, which is a good thing. Or I'm not going to get stuck in the trees, which is a nice thing. But it looks good, and I guess these things again. I should know, but I assume it will play at a bit of altitude. Nice clubhouse or buildings there in the distance, and I love the hot air balloons. Yeah, it looks really nice, and again it just shows the variety of different courses. So great work, Blue Potato. On to Stone Canyon, another Blue Potato one. What did I do earlier? What was the first Blue Potato? Okay, absolutely rattling them out. Stone Canyon Club. Oh right, it's this one, very different, very flat. Just looking into the distance, it's looking very flat. I don't know if it is there, but yeah, the course looks nice. Lovely buildings again. I don't know how do people do this. I mean, I want to dabble in the course design, and then I look at it and it's just, oh, I'm overwhelmed by it, and I don't know, I wouldn't have the time to just finesse it. I mean, the rocks look fantastic, the green, it just looks so different again. I love the fact we play a lot of these, not so much on tour. I'd like to be playing the big courses on tour, but certainly when it comes to the two-man scrambles, to the par threes, to the other events, it's great that we get to play all these new courses. Because I don't tend to come out here and do course records and things. I mean, that looks beautiful, and the buildings in the distance. So, great work, Blue Potato. I don't think you'll be able to keep up with 3 a week, maybe I'm wrong. The Golf Boy. See, I've seen the Golf Boy. There's a video on Facebook of him hitting a driver wearing some very dubious socks and sandals at some point. But I've been following his Facebook channel more since, and just seeing the great work and the courses being designed. And also, I should add that the shot was very impressive. So, yeah, good stuff releasing all these courses. Sugarloaf Golf Club in ME, Middle-earth. Middle-earth. I'm watching Lord of the Rings at the moment, so it's got to be Middle-earth. ME. It's going to be obvious. Let me have a think about that. ME. Minneapolis. Oh, that's more like Atlanta, Georgia, isn't it, with the trees, or New England or something? ME. Oh, I can't think what ME is. It's a Sugarloaf Golf Club. I mean, I'd love to go to these courses. Oh, I just love trees. I love trees. Love the colours and the variety and the kind of autumnal feel of the place. Again, wide enough. Looks to be maybe enough rough that I could possibly avoid being deep in the trees for the majority of my shots. But certainly, if I'm having a really bad driving day, it might be 3 woods off the tees for me around here. But looks really nice. Looks, again, very authentic. Love the colours. Very, very good. Well done, the Golf Boy. Keep it up. On to Mashi. I can show a Mashi one. Good, because I couldn't show the other one. TPC Colorado in Colorado? Maine, Emmy? Maine?
When the stakes are high at work,
I've
your
got
tone
adverts.
matters.
Am I going to get in trouble?
Grammarly's advanced tone suggestions
On we
can help.
go. TPC Colorado. Oh wow, so that's a lake. That'll be one of the big lakes, will it? Right on the coast. A bit of deep rough to avoid. That draw distance thing. Is that draw distance or is that clouds? Can't tell if that's draw distance settings on the PC or whether that's actually clouds, that kind of shadow moving. But yeah, much more kind of open and I'm going to say more of a bleak feel. Now, I don't know TPC Colorado if it is that, but I've certainly gone up to Scottish Highlands and areas where you have areas that are a little bit more windy, cold. I've got the feeling of that being quite cold and windy, but I could be wrong. No offence to any Coloradians, but well done, Mashi. Thank you for releasing that one. Waterford Golf Club, designed by WPMA7 UNC. And Waterford again, we're in amongst the trees, so you know, anytime it's a course like this, I just think, yeah, I could be playing this course. I need to get out and play some like really nice courses. Maybe one day I could set up a little tour and maybe see some people out there that watch this channel, and you know, come and visit a few people and play a round or two. Maybe even find someone that might film the rounds. I'm sure I'm due a holiday this year. But yeah, this looks really pretty. Nicely in the forest and the woodlands. These look great. Yeah, very nice. Lovely little stream there going down the bottom and round. Yep, beautiful. Oh, nasty pin there. I'll be knocking it long and right and having to chip up and probably 4-putting. Tends to be what I do these days. The Grove is one that's been around before. That's the private Michael Jordan owned one, I believe. Oh, we're still going. This just shows it, you know, the amount of time to keep up with the courses. But it's a pleasure to do so. Blythewood, SC, I think that was SC, South Carolina. I'm going with. Oh, love the reflection on the tree, on the water. Very still water. Really like that. There must be different water textures because some of them just look really like that, you know, like a mirror, and other ones are a bit more rippled, and some are just murky brown. I love that. Again, I think it's amazing just how many different looks and feels you get from all the course designers. Again, I like a bit of sound as well. It just gets you more immersed in it. The more kind of sound effects. I saw Mitch's video that he put out this week about this is a handicap golf, showing you off Scottsdale, and that looked great. Clubhouse in the distance. Yeah, love the lakes, love the feel. Really nice. Really nice. So well done to who designed that one? J Pruitt 10. Cobblestone Park, that was in Blythewood, I think, South Carolina. We're getting there. We're almost done. Probably another 4 to go. Cummings Cove Golf and Country Club, Hendersonville, North Carolina. Again, I love the sound effects. I like that. I like that. Bit more like bright green fairway, less kind of texture on it. That's the only thing. I said I wouldn't comment, but you know, pretty. So I love the tree. Again, I don't know how the panoramas work. I know you can kind of set up a background around the course, but it totally adds to the feeling of being immersed in the golf course, which I think is great. I think the OPCD version 4 is still being worked on, due to be released from what I saw. Some courses being made with it. Love the little stream down the side and all the little rocks around it and little lake at the back. Yes, very nice. Very nice indeed. So thank you to J Pruitt 10. On to Hamilton, Michigan, maybe. Diamond Springs Golf Course, designed by Nick Dykeman. Oh, much more kind of warm orange look to this one. Again, the more different looks and feels, the better. I'm repeating myself. I should probably be quiet. Just feel I have to kind of fill the gaps and the silence. But very different trees. They do look dense. I don't want to be hitting in them, but the fairways look forgiving enough that it's not going to be too penalising. Love that little bridge going over. Yeah, that'd be a nice par 3 to play. I'd fancy taking that one on. And up here, nice clubhouse, I'm assuming, in the distance. Don't want to be down there. That's where I would be, somewhere down the bottom of that gorge, hacking my way out of the deep rough, taking 4 to get it back up onto the green. That's how I rock in real life. So thank you, well done, Nick Dykeman. On to Finkbine Golf Course. Yep, just 2 to go. And that's another one by the Golf Boy. So let's have a look at this one. Iowa City, Indiana, IA? No. Iowa. Where's Iowa? Iowa. IA is Iowa, is it? Is Iowa the capital of Iowa? What do I know? I think it might be. Think Vine again, looking really nice. Bit of deep rough, but doesn't look too penal. That looks challenging. Oh no, that's par 3 though. I was about to say challenging for where I'd lay up. I don't want to lay up on a par 3. But no, looks fair. It's not so dense that if you get in there I can't hack out. Why don't I have a positive attitude and think, there we go, place it, hit it to the dogleg corner, flush your 7-iron up to the front of the green and then put up the hill and job's a good one. But yeah, really nice. Really nice, well done the golf boy. And finishing out P Wade. I've now heard that video yesterday that Rusty Dave put out, where he did put a shout out to me that he almost had a v8burble moment, meaning he had almost had a meltdown. He was talking about Phil all the time, so P Wade is a Phil. Another one to add to the Phils that are better than me at golf. So P Wade has been busy designing courses, and let's have a look at Victoria, BC. Victoria, BC. Damn, Highland Pacific Golf. BC. British Columbia.
If you're trying to hit the ball, then turn.
I'm not trying to hit the ball and turn. You've seen my golf swing. I try and hit the ball. I don't worry about turning. I'm all arms. Stop telling me about turning. You don't have to turn to be an average sim golfer. You just need to swing the arms and hands at it. Anyhow, I'm digressing. Highland Pacific Golf. Very different look again to it than anything. And I keep saying it, love it all. I want to play all these courses. I will. That looks really pretty. A lot of detail on the design there. Yeah, looks really pretty. Really pretty course. Can't wait to play. In fact, I have I played this one? Was this the 2-man scramble course? I can't remember. I barely look. I'm so focused on the numbers. I don't even look around the course. But looks stunning. Well done, Phil. I think it's Phil. And that concludes it. We're done. We're through. How long was that? 56 minutes. Wow. Anyone gets to the end, well done. Please let me know. Comments. Please share the video. Like it if you like it. Dislike it if you dislike it. I'll be back next week with the more the same, more of the same. You know what I mean. And I'll be playing golf later. Keep an eye on the board cam. Laters.